Hello again, everyone. Alright, this is the last one for me today, but I need to know more. So, let's find out what's been going on.
Come on. Gently.
You're okay. Come on. Careful, careful,
Come on.
careful.
Come down.
You got it?
Come on.
Thanks.
This is what happens when she has nightmares, it seems.
There are those who connect with the beach during REM sleep, allowing a tremendous amount of chiralium to flow into their bodies.
Hey, is your wrist gonna be okay?
Yeah. We ran some blood and DNA tests on her. And checked her for signs of injury.
As far as we can tell from a medical perspective, her health is in perfect condition. But that doesn't make the chrysaloid shell in which we found her any less troubling. Not to mention the tar-like fluid that came pouring out of it. We're still analyzing both. And there's more.
You mean those suckers?
Indeed. But that's not what I'd call them. Much closer to a chiral rash, I would say. You know how chiral allergies can sometimes trigger goosebumps? It's like that, except a fair bit worse. The tar-like secretions can accelerate the passage of time on contact, it seems.
We suspect she has dooms too.
And that when she's levitating, she's experiencing the nightmares common amongst sufferers.
That space or realm she left behind to come here. The fellow we saw called it Nirvana, I believe. But to me, it looked like the land of the dead.
Even so, she's a living human being. And I believe that she was born in that place. After things settled down, I spoke with her for a little. Or tried to. She was still in shock, which made it harder to communicate.
Did she tell you her name?
Doesn't seem like she has one. As far as I could tell. So, I named her myself. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Tomorrow is in your hands.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've recently received a report of brigands engaging in suspicious activity to the west. And I'm sure you'd like to push on, but I don't think we can afford to ignore this. Please access the DHB Magellan's delivery terminal to undertake this main order.
Alright. Let's go do it, I guess. Down at the table. Let's have a little drink. So yeah, I didn't realize that was tomorrow when I first saw the character in the like that crowd scene with the fireworks. So that was something. I'd seen the character sort of in the promotion materials, but I didn't recognize Elle Fanning. Right. Yeah, let's just head out. Dream time? Oh, no. Straight to work.
Sam, we've received an urgent request from the Northern Environmental Observatory. Brigands to the west of the facility have got their hands on a large stockpile of weapons and have taken it back to their base. This happened shortly after the recent Tarfall abated. The surrounding area was littered with a massive quantity of cargo that had been washed up by the tar. The brigands wasted no time gathering up everything they could and hauling it back to their encampment. This included weapons and gear unlike any we've seen before. And now we've begun observing new brigand units in the field. These ones are wearing red, reinforced armor, accented with luminescent light strips. As their unique appearance suggests, they're more resistant to damage. Melee and electrical attacks are especially ineffective against them. These units have clearly been outfitted for close quarters combat, and their sudden deployment is troubling to say the least. Their presence likely indicates that the Brigands are gearing up for a raid of some sort. If we ignore this development, the Brigands could use their new toys to attack the Observatory, and there's no telling what might happen then. So we need to seize all of them before they have a chance to do so. Moreover, the latest data from the Observatory strongly suggests an explosion of some sort occurred just beneath the Earth's surface not long ago. APAS analyzed the shockwave and has concluded that it is consistent with the type produced by ground-penetrating ordnance. This leads us to believe that the cargo the Brigands secured may have included powerful explosive material. Directly assaulting the Brigands using firearms risks triggering these devices, and we cannot predict how that would affect the region. Any sort of catastrophic explosion may also have an adverse impact on the tar currents. It is therefore critical that you avoid combat and secure the cargo without alerting them if possible. I implore you to take on this main order, Sam. And soon.
Okay, there's a lot to that. Alright, well, first of all, before I get into any of that, let me just dump some of my stuff. Recycle and store. So, blood bag. Blood grenade. Recycle. Then we got... Actually, I think everything else is kind of okay. Now I'm just sort of looking at it. Yeah, that's all okay. Okay, take on orders. So, I had a feeling it'd be these lot. Like, carrying weapons into the base to the west. And it's labelled as hazardous. Alright, I was looking to see if there's any other guidance on it, but not by the looks of it. I'll fabricate one of those. I know they said don't get into a firefight, but I like the idea of just having something. And a smoke grenade just in case we need to get away. Alright. Anything useful from APAS? That's not that great. Aim assistance I'm not bothered about. You need to go through there to get the projectile predictor, so we'll go for aim assistance for that reason, because I think the projectile predictor is quite good. So when aiming the firearm, the targeting reticle will automatically center on an enemy within range. This enhancement was developed to provide combat assistance to supporters struggling to complete their deliveries. It also feels like a little nod as if to say, are you struggling to aim? Okay. Myers Lucas, there's something big here? Where's? I'm alright with Desert Yellow, but okay, cool. Let's go. Let's store this vehicle. There we go. Items should get stored in my private locker if they were on there. Yeah, I thought it was that way. I was heading towards this, but I was like, am I really going that far out? So, tomorrow does seem interesting, the fact that a body was encased essentially with chiralium. It does make you wonder what is actually happening there. Because The character, I'll be frank, Tomorrow's the character was the one that I thought would have a connection to Lou. So the fact that Tomorrow also seems to have a connection with the dead, it feels like that isn't a coincidence. But I don't know. Maybe some of my initial thoughts and theories, they're a little bit out. All right. Right, it's all blues and yellows. Let's have a look here. Offload materials delivery cargo. There we go. I thought I'm not going to get to an extreme length there, but I didn't want to take anything that could get damaged, essentially. So someone's bent up here. I do like the ladder, thank you.
What you looking for, dumbass?
Ooh. I was trying to like. Okay. Alright, caught a glimpse of me.
Get to safety, Sam. You could pass out at any moment.
Right. Oh. Okay, let's just get a gun out. And red bio. Right, let me just take cover a second. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to shoot here, but I know I'm very close to passing out. Any more crit buyouts, or can I just pick up a blood bag? Oh, okay, that answers that question. Smoke grenade. But I don't really want them to know where I am. I figure let's just make it a little bit more difficult for them. 5 rounds. Oh, wow. Okay, that's an interesting mix. How are we getting on? Is he about to pass out? Oh, I think we got him. I think we got him. Oh. Sorry. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there is a moving target. Yeah, okay. That one's down. That isn't it. Come on. I like this weapon for what it's worth. There's a couple more. I can see that one up there. This area is definitely bigger than any of the previous maps in terms of, like, confronting all these enemies. Yeah, I can only see this guy up here. He looks like he's slowly making his way to me. Let's give him a silent but deadly kind of treatment. How many more we got? Yeah, I can't see anyone in that tower. No one down there. Let's get Dollman out. There, isn't it?
Don't mind me.
Yep.
Reconnaissance complete.
Let's get that out again. Oh, I see ya. I see ya. Any more? Are we done? One more. Just a bit late to the party. Oh, we've still got ammo in here. Cool. Oh, that wasn't falling off.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
Enemy base neutralized though, so we're all good. And you know, Luke cried. fair enough. Lou cried a bit, but we got through all right. Just one little side note, and I do think it's worth sort of pointing out there, that because of what's going on with Lou, I feel like I'm a little less connected to Lou this time around, because for all I know, what is being said is true. That Lou is gone, the pod is empty, therefore talking to Lou over dramatically, shall we say, it's not worth it because it isn't Lou. But I can't help but think, is that the whole point that it's trying to make, that you can still go along with what Sam's doing? I don't know. Like, because what I'm getting at is like
that's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
It's like in the first game, if Sam fell, I'd be like, oh, Lou. Whereas now it's like, but the pod's empty. You know, and I'm not saying you don't take care, but it's like, don't you also have that feeling? Like, it's not as important because of not knowing about Lou. That's the best way I can put it without going all around the houses. And it feels wrong. It feels like it should matter regardless of if Lou's actually in there or not. But in that first chapter, I didn't feel like I had that problem because Lou was with Fragile, so there was no question about it. We were just content with, you know, jumping and falling and whatever we did.
Not bad. Not bad.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, as far as this mission went, it was alright, I thought. You know, I was expecting more of a fail condition, to be honest. Like, if I got caught, I would have to restart. Now, that would have been a pain. You know, I don't think it would have been very enjoyable trying to do this mission without getting caught. So I'm glad we didn't have to go through all that. But it was manageable as it was, you know. I won't lie though, I kind of wish I could call a taxi right now. Ooh. I don't have any form of climbing equipment, do I? Oh, I could maybe do a bridge. I'm not in the building area. I feel like I'm doomed with actual bridge construction. But the game's like, nyeh.
Don't slack off.
Keep it up, Sam.
All right, let's just go this way. We won't be as careful as we can with this hazardous one. Just thought, I didn't do it before. Let's just auto arrange. Maybe it'll optimize it just a little bit. And we'll have a drink. I was wondering if my delivery was rounded, the one that I... That it? Okay. I knew I dropped it off a bit ago, but I couldn't remember where. I'm assuming it's around here that the...
Gotta work on those core muscles.
Ladder was? Yeah, just shove it on top. 213 kilos of 232. Come on, Sam, just another day at the office. I mean, just imagine, right, if I'd come on my bike, it would have kind of felt, not a cheat, but it wouldn't have felt as grueling as this, would it? So after the last part, the last couple of parts, this one's a very simple one. I'm probably going to spend a bit of my downtime just doing some side missions in between this and the next session. For instance, I just look at that road there and I'm thinking, right, I've got my eye on you. And obviously to do that, we're probably going to have to connect a few mines and whatnot, if we can't just claim materials from facilities. So, yeah, we've got a few odds and ends we can do. And here again, supply request. How do I fulfill these things? Aid request. It's the bring me a weapon thing. It's like, am I just meant to drop a weapon here? Like, do I just go, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've just dropped my gun. We're nearly there, Sam. Nearly there. I wouldn't say you need a rest after this, but I'll probably give you one. And say, I've just realised that could be copyright music, so yeah, maybe not the best thing to let it play for too long. DHV Magellan. Activate terminal. Oh, it isn't here. It's the actual facility. All right. Well, while I'm here, then, just save struggling. Garage. I'll have my truck. Well, I'll have the truck I've been using anyway. Might as well use it just to speed this up. And if that counts as damage because I just came out of the base a little bit quick, I'm going to be so annoyed. Alright, deliver and report. 0% damage, thank you.
Did you really go out and steal all that stuff from the Brigands? Way to go, Sam. Let me get started on processing your haul.
I'll say take your time. Alright, hurry up.
I can't find a single scratch on any of this stuff. You truly are one of a kind.
I'd have been disappointed if it had been scratched or anything. 2 stars, nearly 3. Cool.
You have accomplished so much, done things only you could have done. We want you to have this data as thanks.
Alright, I like the idea of this. Guideposts. Structures that automatically illuminate at night, allowing them to be used as landmarks. Several guideposts can be deployed to mark out a route through the landscape. Walk a path often enough and you won't need directions. I do like that. We get a new bridge type available. 80-meter bridges are now available. And we've got more APAS memory, plus barrel bandwidth.
We've increased your allocation of materials. Our way of saying thanks.
Okay. Porter grade increased to 150. We're a master carrier. APAS enhancement, extended light window. Again, cool. That photo's pretty dope as well. All right.
The guidepost data we just shared with you is great for making landmarks to prevent people from getting lost, even at night. And when you do place them, you'll find they're useful not only for getting your bearings, but also for creating routes that will facilitate travel for everyone. Aside from that, we've also made it so you can now use your PCC to fabricate bridges up to 80 meters in length. The rivers ahead of you are prone to flooding, so I imagine extra long bridges will be especially handy. Oh, and Sam, there's actually one other thing I wanted to talk about. Call it a little insight into the cargo you recovered on our behalf. It included a device I believe you guys have taken to calling a chiral jammer. These jammers are capable of disrupting the flow of local tar currents. In addition, you also recovered some explosives modded to be able to penetrate the ground and detonate within the tar. This would destabilize the currents over a large area. Needless to say, both these items could have been used to deliver an enormous blow to the chiral network. In other words, we've really dodged a bullet. But what I'd like to know is why this tech wound up in their hands in the first place. Can't chalk it up to pure chance. Honestly, it's almost like those brigands knew in advance that the tar was hiding cargo. We've got to consider the possibility that someone gave them a heads up. Food for thought on the road ahead.
Definitely.
Excellent work, Sam. You'll be happy to hear that tomorrow's regained consciousness. Once you're back on board the DHV Magellan, you should see for yourself.
All right. Off to the Magellan we go.
Order completed. Well done. Safety first.
Oh, hang on, a bit more reversing to do. All right, let's go. Sam just meets people with a mucky face.
Stop it.
Someone doesn't like shoes.
Okay.
She won't even touch any normal food. But at least we managed to convince her to take a shower. No, tomorrow. We don't do that.
Seems like a real handful.
She just needs some time to settle.
You must be tired, Sam. Get some rest.
Okay, hanging up our stuff. Do we get a nightmare? Or do we have a good night's rest? A good night's rest. All right, so what I'm going to be doing in my little downtime, let's turn the ring terminal on. Okay. Essentially, I'm going to avoid being here if I'm going to be honest. But we can see some pavers. So my intention is to try and fill these pavers. I would like to have some form of road built. My main priority as well is to try and get some of these porters online. So we've got the government base. I would like to try and get that max. I'm going to try and reach out to the lone commander. It's been a while since I've been that way, so deliver some things to him. What else we got? Probably try and get a bit more on Peter Gates as well. I think we're going to try and just work on a lot of these on this side of the map. I haven't got a major intention of going anywhere this end where we are. So all this lot we're going to leave the most part. Again, maybe we'll do the roads, but we're not going to touch this guy for the simple fact if I go there I could accidentally queue in a cutscene. So anything else we're going to ignore. Equally, if there's anything that's called a suborder, we're not going to do it, just standard orders. So it's pretty much just things you will not miss if I'm doing if I'm not doing a recording, sorry. So yeah, hopefully when I come back, a little bit of progress in terms of like maybe a weapon or two, but no plot advancements, that's the main thing. But yeah, as far as what we've seen so far, and I do want to just double check it, what is the current chapter? Chrysalis. Oh, yeah, Chrysalis. 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 I feel like I got it right once there. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be an interesting part where things move forward in terms of the plot. I did like the Rainy chapter. I feel like Rainy's a very fun character. I'll say fun as in she's got a very light demeanor. So I do like to see that even if this backstory for her is a bit tragic. To be fair, they've all usually got some baggage with them. But yeah, she's still a likable character. We haven't seen enough of tomorrow yet. I think she's going to be a bit deeper. So I'm curious what happens when she finally starts talking, or at least communicating a bit more with us. But yeah, quite a lot that is intriguing me here. But yeah, I'll be honest, I'm looking at the pause menu, but I could actually be giving you Sam to look at. Who doesn't like looking at Sam? So yeah, a lot to be doing, a lot to still see. So thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will be back soon with more Death Stranding 2. Until next time, folks, have a good rest of your day. Goodbye for now.